And then when things change, we kind of look back and think, why is it all this one thing that I don't even want to wear anymore? Thanks for tuning in. If you love the idea of owning a VCA bracelet, but you see it often and it feels like it's overdone on social media, then you're a bit like me. I wanted it, but I definitely did not want the combination of mother of pearl and 18 karat gold, or even the mother of pearl with the white gold or the onyx, as I do see them quite often, and I wanted something a little bit more unique and eye-catching. Well, I started my journey in Harrods as I was looking for different precious metals. I was trying on my favorite type of gold, which is 18 karat rose gold. As my existing stack is rose gold, I tried on a couple of types, but they were a little bit low on stock. But the one that I did try on and really fell in love with was the 18 karat rose gold carnelian bracelet with the gouache. So it's a combination. You get 2 of the stones and then you get 2 gouache, and it does look really beautiful on the wrist. I sat on this combination for weeks and dreamt about how it would pair on my wrist. I thought it would be beautiful with my existing stack, and I also thought about how it would fare on its own. I was set on what I wanted, and after trying on, I was pretty certain that the next time that I went into VCA, I'll be shaking the hand with the sales associate, and in the other hand, I'll have the VCA bag with the best decision that I could have ever made. That was until I sat on it for a few weeks, and the sales associate invited me back into store when they had a little bit more stock for me to try on some new combinations. That's when I came across this jaw-dropping Chalcedony stone in the white gold. The combination on my wrist kind of looked blue, but then it also looked lilac in some lights, and I just could not get my eyes off it. And this is when I knew that I was definitely in for a big decision. I was shocked and confused and needed more time. I wanted the rose gold because it made sense with my existing stack, and I thought I could wear all of my jewelry at once, but I lusted after something different, something unique. And it was fair to say that decision had already been made on my second appointment, and there was no going back. Well, I'm here to show you what I picked up from Vancleef Alhambra. This was the packaging that they gave me. I bought it in Paris at the Printemps Mall. It was quiet on the jewelry floor when we went in there. I actually didn't know that the Printemps existed when I was trying to look where Vancleef was in Paris. Obviously there was a boutique, but Printemps were open a little bit later. So I decided to go there just so that I can enjoy my day and sort of go there before closing time. So I actually arrived at about 6 or I think it was 7 o'clock, and I may have closed at like 8 o'clock, but it was quite busy in the Vancleef Alhambra store. So I decided to have a look around on the floor. The floor was really quiet, which was really nice because it felt like a bit more of a private experience. Paris can be quite busy at a lot of their luxury stores, so when you do find somewhere that's quite quiet, it's always a plus. We were greeted by a lovely lady. She sat us down and we had a look at some of the VCA bracelets that she had to offer. Of course, I had already tried them in Harrods in the UK, so I kind of had an idea of what they all look like on me, but you'll be never disappointed by trying on things more than once, because you can really get a feel of how it's going to work for your lifestyle and whether or not it's the perfect match. So here is the beautiful box that they give, and you can see it's kind of shaped long ways, so not like your traditional shopping boxes, and it kind of looks like you could put an alcohol bottle, like if you're going to a guest party. Hey, champagne here for you. I've never experienced anything packaging wise from VCA, so I'm quite excited to share that with you on my channel. So here we have, I'm not sure what this is, but it's a bit of an emblem there, isn't it? And then we've got Vancleef and Alhambra there on this side. I have my VAT refund in here. So when you are traveling abroad, as I've spoken about many times on my channel, you can claim tax back. So I have actually claimed this a little while ago, and for some reason I cannot track down the refund. It seems like there may be a little bit of trouble on their end, so you do have to track back with them to see how your refund is processing, because it's not always automatic even if you follow all the steps. And I've had this happen to me before, so you do have to be quite careful. They should give you a authenticity certificate as well if you wanted to sell or anything, and it's got a bunch of numbers here, a stamp as well. It is actually quite thorough. There's quite a lot of information that they provide. I know Cartier also has an authentication card as well, I think, with their packaging. I can't really remember. I tend to just keep it all in the packaging and I don't really worry about it. We have the box, which comes like this, and it has a beautiful glossy finish. And then inside, it's almost like a suede-like material. It feels like suede, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is. It doesn't feel like fake suede. It definitely feels, you know, when suede just, it's very, you can feel it within your fingers. It has a weird kind of texture. It almost feels wet. I ended up getting the Chalcedony stones in the white gold. The precious metal of the white gold is so gorgeous. It shines unlike anything else. It is also protected with palladium, which is definitely a plus. When metals are protected with palladium, it does give them another coating to make sure that the tarnishing and oxidization of the colors doesn't happen as fast. Of course, that coating will also wear off, but it does help to preserve them a lot longer than what they generally would. They do this for materials such as silver. They can be rhodium plated, and the rhodium can make the silver last a bit longer. But as we know, silver does darken and oxidize. I have used this, I've repackaged it, but I've been using this one for over a month now, and it's still very bright white gold, which is stunning. The packaging obviously is in here, but you also get this little travel pouch as well. So sometimes, you know, you just want to pop it nice and flat, and this will enable you to completely put it in there flat, just like it lays in the box. When you do have stones like this, especially if you had the goulash version, you won't be able to rub them against each other. So if you just chucked it all into a little bag, that could be quite damaging to the stones. So in order so you don't get any scratches, this is a perfect way to carry them around in a pouch like this, which just has two little buttons, and then on the inside you have the same little holder which has two little, oh, they're not even hooks, they're kind of like little tabs that hold it securely so that your bracelet is safe no matter where you go. I know when I go to the airport these days, I like to take all of my jewelry off. Even the love bracelet, I do unscrew it and then I put it on once I arrive, just because it can be a bit of a hassle at the airport taking things off. And I just like to be very straightforward and quick. I don't like to wait. I don't like to get held up with something. I don't like showing my things inside my bag. So I like to just keep it quick. So let's get into the beauty of this, because honestly, I'm still obsessed with how it looks. It just looks so beautiful, and this box is just so gorgeous. But anyway, the decision that came down to choosing the white gold was simply the fact that I haven't got anything in white gold, and I do have a few things now in rose gold, and I might look back and think, why did I get so much rose gold in the future? And it might be one of those situations where about 10 years ago, we used to just collect one type of metal. And then when things change, we kind of look back and think, why is it all this one thing that I don't even want to wear anymore? So it's good to mix metals. It's good to jump out of your comfort zone and try something new. So I'm really happy that I got this one. I love wearing it on its own. So of course I've got a ring here today and a silver watch on this side. You can pair it with the watch and it looks so gorgeous, or just on the other wrist for a more elegant look. When you do stack this bracelet, it does look really cool, very trendy, but the elegance is in its simplicity. So wearing it alone is a lot more delicate and it just looks way more elegant. So I like to wear it alone. You can see my South of France tanned arm looks great against it. So it really does suit all complexions. I really wanted it to be a bit more unique and stand out. The one that I tried in Harrods was quite solid. It was quite bright blue, and I really love this about it. I chose this one because the stones are actually transparent. You can see right through them. You can see your skin. So if you pop this on a white piece of paper, it would just purely be the colors of blues and purples and really vibrant, as well as if your skin is very fair, you will probably have a little bit more of a bright effect from this stone. my skin is quite tanned at the moment, so when I put it on, it almost looks grey. It almost looks kind of blue, and then where my skin is peeping through, it kind of looks like it's got red because of the filter that it's causing over my skin. So it's really unique, and you'll never get one that's exactly the same as another one. So I'm really quite pleased that I found one that is quite transparent like this, but not just transparent, it has a lot of lines. Sometimes we can get a bit fussy when we're choosing jewelry, especially if it's stones or diamonds. You really want to make sure the clarity is good or the color is what you want. I have heard that people can be quite fussy with the carnelian one. Most of the carnelian stones are quite dark and like a burgundy red, but a lot of people do want that almost fake look where it's red, and it's not that common to come across those stones. It can happen, but if I was choosing one like that, I would definitely want a combination where one looks like it's more red than the other, because it just really gives you that impact of, yes, it's a stone and not a man-made product to make it look like a stone. So anyway, I can definitely talk a lot about this bracelet. I wanted to share with you some of the other things that happened while I was on my experience. Of course, after I purchased the bracelet, we had some champagne and we sat there. There was closing time, but they were so lovely and they just kind of chatted with us and we sort of relaxed. For the rest of the day, it was the end of the day, so I think it was nearly 8 o'clock. As I said, Printemps is open quite late. When I was in the store, I did mention that it was my birthday coming up. Because I bought this before my birthday, the sales associate that I was dealing with was so kind to also give me this beautiful Vancleef & Arpels Alhambra book. So this is quite special because, as we know, the Alhambra line is quite a large line and it is one of their best selling pieces from the brand. So this is a coffee table book. It's a beautiful gold color, and I just thought this was so nice. I was so shocked, actually more shocked than the bracelet. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I love it. I've never even seen this in stores, so it felt really special. I'm currently going through a moving process, so I might just leave it in here, and then when I finally move to my final destination, then we can unpackage and see the beauties inside here. Yeah, really cool. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed experiencing Vancleef & Arpels. The customer service has been truly luxury there. From Harrods, really just amazing service, very attentive, very patient, and you do feel like a sense of exclusivity when you walk into the store. I definitely recommend having a look at some of their bracelets. They are one of a kind. Yes, they are really popular now when you see different types of reiterations or brands copying off the same kind of idea or concept, but the brand that started it all does the best. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.